Welcome back to another show of Golf Tips. I'm your host and teaching professional, Gary Bauer. On today's show, we'll visit Community Golf Course, a beautiful course to play in Dayton, Ohio. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back. Welcome back. At this time, I would like to introduce Emily Bruns, the Tournament Director for the Women's Association here at Community Golf Course. Hi, Emily. How are you?
Glad to have you, Gary.
Good. Tell us a little bit about the course.
Our course is going to be celebrating 100 years next year. We have 36 holes. The outside course, which is called the Hills, and the inside course, which is called the Dales. We get a lot of play every week, actually, and It probably has the most play of all the city courses in Dayton.
Leagues and outings. Tell us a little bit about those.
Leagues every day. 18-hole leagues in the mornings, 9-hole in the afternoon. Lots of leagues. Friday mornings we don't have leagues, so if you want to come out and play, that's a good time. Outings on weekends, and usually it's busy all the time.
A lot of people then.
A lot of people.
Practice facility-wise, I see you have a beautiful driving range. Tell us a little bit about the range and the putting green, so forth and so on.
The driving range gets lots of play every day, usually especially before the leagues in the afternoon. Putting green is in probably 2:30 or 3 o'clock. You'll see lots of people out here getting ready for the afternoon leagues.
Okay, and one more thing, the restaurant.
Restaurant, Vicki and Wayne do a great job. They've been here for several years and always busy on the patio and inside, and pretty good food.
A lot of, great food.
Good food, yep.
Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, Gary.
Yes. We'll be right back with more golf tips. Now on this first segment of today's show, I'm going to hit a sand wedge, a 56-degree wedge, and I'm going to hit a normal shot with this sand wedge, and then I'm going to do a flop shot with this sand wedge. So it's two different shots that I'm going to show you how to execute, so to speak, and golf ball position will change with both shots. Now again, I've got the 56-degree wedge, and I'm going to hit some wedge shots here. First thing you want to do is play the ball back in your stance off the inside right knee. So I'm going to play the ball back in my stance. My hands are always under my chin, so if my hands are under my chin, the club's in back of the ball, I have the proper distance from the golf ball. For balance, my feet will be shoulder width, and I want to finish around and through the shot. So this is going to be a normal sand wedge shot from, let's say, 50, 60 yards out. I normally hit this club about 75 yards at the most, being a 56-degree wedge. So I'm going to take some practice swings. And again, you play the ball back in your stance off the inside right knee. Now, if you're a left-handed golfer, it's just the opposite of what I'm saying. So the ball will be back in my stance. My hands will finish around by my left shoulder, left ear, and I'll turn into the shot. My right knee will turn up by my left knee, and that gives me a weight transfer, okay? So let's hit some shots, and I'm aiming at a 50-yard sign out there at the driving range on the range. Got the ball back in my stance, hands are under my chin, arms and turn. Perfect. Okay? So back and through it with the arms. I see a lot of my students, they'll come for lessons and they sway back and forth. They lose their balance. You do not want to rock back and rock forward. Try to stay more centered and your weight will transfer as your right knee turns up by your left knee, okay? Let's take some practice swings again. I've got a 50-yard sign out there that I want to get close to, hit close to. Again, with my wedges, I play the ball back in my stance, off the inside right knee. My hands are under my chin. Gives me the proper distance from the golf ball. And hitting this club is not hard at all. A lot of people, they don't want to use their sand wedge. They don't want to use those clubs with a lot of loft. They want to run the ball. Well, you have to pop it up. Sometimes you're going to be standing there and you got a 50, 60-yard shot and you have a sand trap between yourself and the green. you've got to use a sand wedge. You can't run a ball through the trap. You've got to get over that sand wedge, get some height on it, and hopefully get close to the hole. So again, with your wedges, and again, if you're a right-handed golfer, you play the ball back in your stance off the inside right knee. If you're a left-handed golfer, it's just the opposite of what I'm saying. So my feet are shoulder width. I got a little bit of an open stance. My hands are under my chin, gives me the proper distance from the golf ball. And it's just arms and turn. My hands will come around by my left shoulder, left ear. How hard to swing? That's up to you. Some people are stronger than others. You have to figure that out yourself. So I set up, get the ball back in my stance. There we go. Now a shot like that, I hit the ball first, the divot's out ahead, should create a lot of backspin if the green is pretty good. So let's try another one. Take a few practice swings, get the ball back in my stance. Hands are under my chin and around and through it. Real good. And you can see my right knee is turning up by my left knee, and that's a weight transfer. You want to get through the shot, you want to turn, and the weight transfers to your outside left foot. Okay? Let's try some more. Some of my students ask me, they say, well, how do you create backspin? Well, you have to hit down through the ball first. Your divot is out ahead. It also depends upon the green. If the green's in really good shape, if it's been cut short, you can get a lot of spin on that ball. So it depends upon, you know, how you hit down and through the shot and if the green's in pretty good shape. So ball position back in my stance. Hands are under my chin. Ball position right knee. Arms and turn. Here we go. Okay. A few more. And the key is you always hit the ball first. Your divot is out ahead of the golf ball where the golf ball was setting. A lot of people, they come down and they try to pick it off and they raise their left shoulder, they hit it thin. So you got to come down and through the ball. Ball position inside right knee. Hands are under my chin. So the hands are actually a little bit ahead of the ball because the ball's back in your stance. Real good. My hands came around by my left shoulder, left ear. Okay, one more shot. And we turn through it. A lot of people, they swing and their weight hangs back on their right side and they top it, they get no power, no distance. You've got to get through the shot. Okay, one more shot. Ball back in my stance, hands are under my chin, so my hands are slightly ahead of the ball because the ball's back in your stance. Here we go. And that's how you hit that 50-yard sand wedge. We'll be right back with more golf tips. Welcome back. Now in this next segment of the show, I'm going to show you how to hit a 50-yard flop shot. Let's say the pin is tucked right in back of the sand trap. You've got to get it over the sand trap, but yet you don't want that ball to roll very far at all. You want to get that ball to stop, hopefully close to the hole. So now I'm going to show you how to hit a 50-yard flop shot. Not hard, just trust your swing. Now the first thing I would do is ball position. You play the ball forward in your stance off the inside left heel. Now you're going to play the ball forward. If you're a left-handed golfer, it's just the opposite of what I'm saying. So now you line the ball up off your left heel. Second, you have a little bit of an open stance. So I got my left foot dropped back. And third, I'm going to actually bring the club a little bit outside the line on the takeaway and slide the club up underneath it. And that's going to create a lot of backspin. It's going to pop that ball up, and if it's a good green, that ball's going to stop. It's not going to roll very far. So Ball position, forward in my stance, left heel. A little bit of an open stance, that left foot's dropped back. Now I'm gonna loop the club out and swing right on through it, and it's a full swing. Trust yourself, you gotta stay down. Get that club head up under the ball, get the ball in the air. So a couple practice swings here. Loop the club out. Slide it right up under the ball. Okay, see what we can do. Setup is good. Here we go. Now that's your 50-yard flop shot. About 52 yards on that one. Okay. So just trust this swing. A lot of my lesson people, when they want to learn to hit this shot, they bring the club out like they should, but then they flinch. They just pull up and they blade the shot and hit it over to the right a little bit. You got to trust your swing, stay down and through the shot. So a couple practice swings. I got the ball position, left heel, it's a flop shot. Got an open stance, my left foot is dropped back, and it's a full swing. It's not a short swing and then you stop. You got to really bring the club around and through. So I got the ball forward in my stance, left foot drop back. I'm going to loop the club out, and there we go. And ball sets right down. Not a hard shot. Okay. Let's hit some more here. Now, if you ever have any questions on your golf swing, just simply give me a call at 614-527-9527. I answer all my calls. Feel free to call anytime. Hopefully I can help you improve your game. So I got my left foot back. This is that 50-yard flop shot. Ball position, left heel, down and through it. Not hard at all. A big follow through. One of my students yesterday, Karen from Vandalia, Ohio, I was showing her this shot, and it took her about 10-15 minutes, but she caught on. Anyone can do it as long as you have the proper fundamentals. So we got that left foot back, a little bit of an open stance. Going to loop the club out. And there we go. All right. Let's try some more. Out, loop it out, slide it up underneath it. There we go. All right, not a hard shot. You gotta trust yourself. You gotta stay down. You gotta swing through the shot. That's the key. Don't stop. Don't pull that left shoulder up. You pull the left shoulder up, you're gonna top it or blade it. Probably hit it over to the right. So stay down, around, and through it. And again, this is that 50-yard flop shot where you have to hit it over the bunker. Let's say a bunker is right there by the green, but the flag, the hole is tucked right in back of the sand trap. So you gotta get that ball up over the sand trap, yet you don't want the ball to roll very far. It's not a hard shot. So I got the ball forward, take a few practice swings. And you can see my hands come around by my left shoulder, left ear, around and through it. When Karen was hitting this shot yesterday, she sort of stopped there at the beginning of the lesson, and I had to get her to bring her hands more over, and that's the key. You want to finish around and through the shot. Your right knee will turn up by your left knee, and that's your weight transfer. So get the ball forward, loop it out. There we go. Pretty good. All right, a couple more here. You'll be amazed at how the golf ball will set down on the green. It won't roll very far at all if it's a halfway decent green, because you're putting a lot of spin on that ball. Ball position, left heel. Gonna loop it out. Here we go. All right, one more. Okay. Good shot here. Stay down and through it. A good follow through. Ball position forward. Hands under the chin. There you go. Oh, right by the sign. Good way to end. We'll be right back with more golf tips. Thanks for watching. You saw me hit a sand wedge, a normal sand wedge. Then you saw me hit the sand wedge, hitting a 50-yard flop shot. Now we're going to go just the opposite direction, so to speak. Now we're going to hit a long iron, a 4-iron. A lot of golfers, they carry a 4 and 5 in their bag, but they don't know how to hit that club. You've got to learn how to hit it if you're a good distance from the hole. It's not hard at all. So I've grabbed my 4-iron. Now, when I'm giving lessons to my students, when they hit their long irons, I do have them choke down just a little bit more for better control. The longer the club, the wider the arc, more club head speed is going to be generated, but you can also lose control of your golf swing. So I tell my students, with your 4 and 5, 6 irons, let's just choke down a little bit. Now, ball position will be off the middle or center of the stance. 4 through 9 iron, try to play the ball more towards the middle. For balance, your feet are shoulder width. Again, distance from the golf ball. How far should you stand from the ball? Well, if you have your hands right under your chin and the club head's in back of the ball, that will give you the proper distance from the golf ball. The golf swing is back with the arms, hinge your wrist, down with the arms, and turn. Your right knee will turn up by your left knee, and your hands finish around by your left shoulder, left ear. Now, if you're a left-handed golfer, it's just the opposite of what I'm saying. So I've got a 4-iron, ball position middle. Let's take some practice swings. Arms and turn. Right knee up by left knee, and we turn through the shot. So I set up, I've choked down a little bit. Hands are under my chin, ball position middle. Here we go. Pretty good. All right. Same way. And the key is balance. I didn't sway back. I didn't sway forward. It was just arms. I try to stay more centered and turn. Right knee up by left knee. Good weight transfer. So I've choked down a little bit with this 4-iron. So with your 4, 5, 6 iron, just choke down a little bit for better control. Your long irons. Ball position middle. Hands are under my chin. Pretty good. Yeah. Hit the ball first, my divot was out ahead. Now if on the downswing, I pull my left shoulder up, I'm going to top the ball. It's going to roll on the ground or stay pretty low. If on the downswing I lean or sway out, it opens the club face, you're going to slice it or push it to the right. So you don't want to lean or sway out to open that club face. Take a practice swing here. Ball position middle. Feet are shoulder width, hands are under my chin. Here we go. Right knee up by left knee, good turn. Balance was there. On the backswing, you don't want to bring the club back too far. You don't want to get over parallel because then you will lose control of your golf swing. Try to get it parallel or a little bit short of parallel, around and through it. So this is my 4-iron. Hit one more with it. Ball position middle. Hands are under my chin. There we go. All right, that's a 4-iron. Now I'm going to hit a 5-iron. So let's get the 5. Same thing, I'm going to choke down a little bit. And that's for better control. Feet will be shoulder width. My hands will be under my chin. Right knee up by left knee. That's my weight transfer. So ball position middle, feet are shoulder width, hands are under my chin. Good. Here we go. Little cut shot. Balance is the key. Long irons aren't hard to hit. You just have you need the right fundamentals. Once you get the right fundamentals, you'll hit these good shots. Arms and turn. So 5-iron, ball position middle, 4 through 9. Feet are shoulder width. I've choked down. Good swing. Real good. And you can see my hands finish around by my left shoulder, left ear. I finish around and through the shot. I don't come up and out of the shot. The top it or hit it low. Let's hit one more shot with this 5-iron. Arms and turn. Hands under the chin, feet shoulder width. Ball position middle. Real good. And there we go. That's how you hit a 5-iron. We'll be right back with more golf tips. Thanks for watching. Now in this last segment of today's show, I'm going to show you how to hit a 6-iron, but it's not going to be a normal 6-iron. It's going to be a 6-iron punch shot. Let's say you hit a good drive, but you push it a little bit to the right. You've got a 6-iron to the green, but there's a branch out there maybe 20, 30 yards, and you got to keep the ball low. So I'm going to show you how to hit a punch shot with a mid-iron. I'm going to use this 6-iron. Now the first thing you want to do, normally with a 6-iron, the 4 through the 9, you want to play the ball off the middle or center of the stance. We're going to take the ball and line it up back in our stance a little bit towards the inside right knee. Now your hands are going to be under your chin. That's going to make your hands a little bit ahead of the ball. We're going to de-loft the club. Still have your feet shoulder width for balance, but as you follow through, it's not a full swing. You're going to come back and go through it and stay down. It's not a full swing. You're not going to bring your hands around by your left shoulder, left ear. That will keep the ball flight low, hopefully get under that branch and maybe roll it up onto the green. So this is a mid-iron punch shot, what I'm going to show you, and I'm going to use a 6-iron. So let's take a couple practice swings. I'm going to play the ball back in my stance just a little bit, and it's not a big follow through. Back and through it. That's going to keep that ball flight low and hopefully hit short of the green and roll on there and keep it underneath that branch. So I've choked down a little bit, got the ball a little bit back in my stance so my hands are a little bit ahead. And there we go. Real good. That's a 6-iron punch shot. All right. Okay. Back through it. Still follow through, it's just not a big follow through where you're going to bring your hands around by your left shoulder, left ear. Okay, I got the ball back in my stance. Hands are under my chin, but they're going to be slightly ahead of the ball. Ball's just a little bit back from center. Here we go. All right, one more. And once you know the right fundamentals, you can hit these shots. It's not hard. And this is a 6-iron punch shot, mid-irons. Keeps the ball flight low and hopefully get under that branch, and hopefully the ball will roll up on the putting surface close to the hole and you can one putt. Who knows? Get the ball back my stance a little bit. Hands are ahead of the ball. Shorter backswing, shorter follow through. Perfect. And that's how you hit that mid-iron punch shot. We'll be right back with more golf tips. Thanks for watching. Now, before I end today's show, I'm going to answer a couple call-ins. I had some people that called and asked about their golf game, and one of them was Melissa Gruenbaum. Hi, Melissa. How are you? I listened to your message, and you wanted to know about putting. Does it matter how you stand or how you grip the club? No, it does not. The main thing is with putting, you want to have your head, your eyesight directly over the golf ball, and you want to keep your wrist stiff and firm. But it doesn't matter how you stand or how you grip the club. When you putt, Melissa, you want to bring the putter head straight back and straight through. Keep the putter head low and slow to the ground. Also, good little tip here, most golf balls have an arrow on them now, or a line, a black line. If you think it's going to go straight in, you take that arrow or that black line and you aim it straight at the hole, Melissa, and then you take the arrow or dot on top of your putter, line it up with the arrow or the black line on the golf ball, and try to connect the two as you follow through. So if you think it was going to go straight in, you aim that arrow or that black line straight in. But let's say you thought it was going to curve right to left 6 inches. Well, what you do then is take the arrow or the black line on the golf ball and aim them 6 inches to the right of the hole. Follow the arrows on the golf ball straight back and straight through it, keeping your wrist stiff and firm, but it doesn't matter how you stand or how you grip the club. Now, I had another caller, Dwight Clark. Hi, Dwight. You ask about your 3-wood. You say you're constantly slicing your 3-wood. Now, I'm going to assume you're a right-handed golfer. Now, the first thing I would check with you is to see if you have a weak grip. If your right hand is over the top, you're not going to get through the shot. You're going to block it or push it to the right. You can't release. So I would check your grip. Now, if you're a left-handed golfer, it's just the opposite of what I'm saying. So make sure you got your V's on your right hand if you're a right-handed golfer. The point between your thumb and forefinger should come up to your right shoulder. Now, what I would check next is to see if you lean or sway on the golf swing. Dwight, if you come back and lean forward, you're going to throw your hip out, left hip out, it's going to open the club face, you're going to slice it or push it to the right. So try to finish around and through the shot. Your right hand, your hands will finish around by your left shoulder, left ear. You don't want to finish up and out of the shot. You want to come around and through it. Your hands will finish around, but you can't lean or sway out. That will open the club face. You'll slice it or push it to the right. Now, if you want to be a participant on my show, simply give me a call at area code 614-527-9527. Well, I'd like to thank Community Golf Course here in Dayton, Ohio for having us here today. And join me next time on Golf Tips with teaching professional Gary Bauer.